All right, we are back. It is Sunday, July 26th, and it's all about SDCC, San Diego Comic-Con this evening, because, Hall H was last night. And we got to talk about DC as well. However, DC didn't really make an appearance this year at San Diego Comic-Con, which I
No, they
want to
did.
speak about that as well. Do what?
They did. They did.
It was like the comic book side.
Well, no, the Lanterns had a whole panel. Like Nathan
I
Fillion
didn't realize
showed up.
that.
Yeah, the trailer got dropped at Comic-Con, and all the Lanterns were there. So like
I thought
John,
that trailer
Hal.
was like that's one. I thought that trailer had been dropped.
Nope.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so new trailer.
Did you not
then.
watch it?
I watched one. Yeah, the one you sent. Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah. Okay, because the one I sent, it has a whole bunch of new stuff in there.
Interesting. No, yeah, it has. Yes. Before we really deep dive into it, I wanted to make sure that I said that last week we talked about Christopher Rhodes' 10, and we did a review on that. And I failed to mention that there is a Kickstarter out for that. So if you were interested in that, I just want to make sure I go ahead and throw that out there and let everybody know that there is a Kickstarter for it. So, but yes, SDCC Lanterns. I didn't realize about the panel. I thought I'd seen that trailer before. Maybe I did in a leak. Maybe that was something. I don't know.
You gotta stop watching these leaks, man. They're rotting your brain.
Well, now that I think about it, James Gunn on Friday put out a video saying trailer tomorrow for Lanterns. So that must have been what he was talking about. And then on top of I think the biggest thing for me was James Gunn wasn't really big on doing a presence at SDCC this year.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I get it. It's expensive, and you could potentially drum up the hype just as much as dropping the trailer. Because I don't know. There's a trailer that got dropped during the Doomsday stuff that we don't see, and we got to see a leak version that is a potato quality, and
yeah,
I get pissed about that because I'm like, just show everybody.
Yeah,
I get that you want to give the people there something that is exclusive to them, but when it comes to a trailer, just show everybody.
Well, especially because we still haven't seen the CinemaCon trailer either. That hasn't been released.
Of which one? I'm sorry.
The CinemaCon?
Of what? No, I know,
Doomsday.
But of what? Of Doomsday?
Oh. Yeah, they had their own release at CinemaCon for Doomsday months back before we got this one this past Monday.
I got you. But yeah, I thought it was fun. I watched a little bit of that panel on Instagram. There was a short or something about it, and Nathan Fillion shows up and he's wearing a shirt that says the best gardener. I thought that was funny. And it's cheesy, it's hokey, it's everything about Comic-Con, comic book movie panels. The three lanterns get up and they do the oath at the end, and anyway, it's cool. Whatever.
That's cool. All right, well, we got the new trailer. So, Jeremy, what is your whelming of this Lanterns that's coming out August 16th?
I will say I'm pleasantly whelmed.
Okay.
I'm excited to see it. Or maybe more of the cautiously whelmed type thing. Just because I don't know, it seems like it'd be a good show, but I'm hoping that it's, and it seems like on the trailer it's not going to do this, but I'm hoping that it's not going to take too much time to kind of really get into developing. Well, who's Hal training again? I know we've talked about him 30 million times. That John Stewart. I hope that we don't take forever to get to the point of him being able to do stuff not another Smallville type situation, in which I said it doesn't seem like it will from the trailer, but at the same time you don't really see him doing a whole lot. So
yeah, Richard.
I wrote I was pleasantly whelmed. I still do not like this portrayal of Hal. I have a theory of maybe why he's this way, but it does look exactly like what they claimed the show was going to be, which is True Detective, but with aliens or with more aliens, because I think one of the True Detectives deals with aliens. But anyway, I was just cool. This looks interesting. there's some nitpicky stuff that I'm going to obviously talk about. But on the whole, this trailer made me go, okay, cool. I like this.
Yeah. I've been pleasantly whelmed with this. I wasn't worried about the whole green like everybody else was. We got a lot more green in this trailer. However, I'm with you, Richard. I think that's what's got me like cautiously to like underwhelmed is what it seems like we're getting asshole Hal. And
Yeah.
I'm not here for asshole Hal. Like, Hal is cocky. Don't get me wrong. He's very sure of himself, got a lot of confidence kind of thing, but he's not necessarily an asshole. And so that's what I kind of have an issue with. Like, I don't want like old man asshole Hal. Like, I, that's where I'm like worried. But I know this actor's also got like really good chops. And so I'm interested to see it. I just, I am kind of worried.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not sold on it. My theory is that, hear me out. I think that Hal is a construct.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I think we see Hal locked up in this trailer. We see Hal Jordan is locked up in prison, and Sinestro comes and visits him. I'm wondering if John, like this whole Hal that we see is like there's going to be a twist where like Hal is a construct of John's, like, whatever, like him teaching him kind of thing. Like he's just envisioning Hal with him the entire time. But it doesn't necessarily work because we haven't seen the constructs actually create a person and it look like that person.
Right.
Now, it could be, since we get a name drop, it could be the Manhunters. It could be a Manhunter.
Right.
I don't know. I will say this. I'm wondering, my other theory is they name drop Manhunter.
Right.
And then they show a specific shot of a guy transforming into a red outfit with a white cross.
Right.
The Manhunters, like the Green Lantern Manhunters, the first iteration of Oa's like space police, don't have that color scheme and they can't morph into people. They have taken other identities. They've like fit because they're robots. They're just like, they're basically DC's version of the Sentinels, essentially. I'm wondering, are we doing a bait and switch and it's actually a Martian Manhunter?
Oh, yeah.
And that is a white Martian, which are typically bad guys in the comics.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking it was Martian Manhunters because we saw a skull that's like small. It's got the extra eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like you said, the X on the back with the embroidered X or whatever. Like I immediately went in the morphing. I immediately went to Martian Manhunters.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's meant to be a misdirect for people like us who know that. And it is just they're changing the Manhunters from Oa and making where they can like transform into like people to disguise themselves. I don't want that, but my mind immediately went to Martian Manhunter because I saw the X. And I know it's not a red X, but I saw the X. And then I was like, if you kind of pause it there, when he's transforming, his head looks white. It's like, and when I say white, I don't mean like you and I white. I mean like ghostly white. So I was like, is it going to be one of the white Martians?
Yeah, I didn't think of white Martians, but yeah, I definitely thought Martian Manhunter. Another thing was like James Gunn's been dropping hints of Chacos. And so I was thinking like, that's like the Martian Manhunter that we all know and love, John Johns. That's his favorite, like, Earth food is Chacos, which is like DC Universe Oreos.
Yeah, it's the legally distinct Oreos.
So I was like, oh, cool. We're going to get Martian Manhunter. We're going to get John Johns in this. And that's not going to be confusing at all with John Stewart and all that other
John Stewart and John Jones. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We may get John Jones. If anything, it'd be like at the end, but
yeah.
I don't know. This trailer, I showed my wife who the other two trailers originally, and she could care less about, this show. But then this trailer, she was like, this should have been their first one because this one actually has me interested.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I was like, are you waiting on me to get?
I didn't know if you were going to throw something in there or not, or if you had questions.
Well, no, because I mean, I don't know enough about them really.
Yeah.
I mean, well, no, I guess I do have. What's the one that we had in the Superman movie?
Okay, Guy Gardner.
I can't remember. There you go, Guy. Yeah. Oh, so that's what his shirt meant.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion is Guy Gardner. Yeah, the best gardener.
Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. So is that like, are they in the same universe?
Yes.
Yeah,
there should be.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
This is supposed to be part of the Superman DCU Supergirl stuff.
Creature Commandos.
So there's more than one Green Lantern on Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, it's not on Earth. It's a sector of space. I forget the sector number, but yes, Earth is... There's 3.
Is it 2218?
Shit, I don't know. I don't know enough about Green Lantern to know the number.
Yeah. So you got Hal Jordan, you've got Guy Gardner, you got John Stewart, you got Kyle Rayner, you got Jessica Cruz, you got, I think her name is Jo.
You know more than me.
Simon Baz.
Simon, that's one of the newer ones.
I feel like I'm missing somebody, but I can't think of who it is. But yeah, there's quite a bit that's in like the Earth sector. Yeah. Well, the sector that Earth is within. Yeah.
So I mean, like, who decides who goes to get what bad guy?
What bad guy?
Yeah. Jurisdictions.
They just sort of patrol. Yeah. It's like Judge Dredd kind of rules, where it's like they just sort of patrol and then they decide whether or not they're like, these people are evil. Typically, the Ring has like a built-in kind of like, we know this person's a good guy, so it's not going to be given to just some asshole.
Yeah.
Even though Guy is technically an asshole, and Sinestro was part of the Green Lantern Corps originally. And anyway, one of my complaints is I do not like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern, but I love Mark Strong as Sinestro in that movie.
Yeah.
And this Sinestro looks like a meth head. Looks like he looks strung out on fentanyl or something.
That's funny. I don't like the idea that like Hal is, and they even mentioned it within the whole trailer there at the end with Sinestro of like, say what, this guy you're training is. He's like, he's my replacement is what Hal responds with. I don't like this idea of we're getting rid of Hal so that we can have John Stewart. Like, I definitely think that John Stewart hits a lot of people differently than Hal does, especially like with the Justice League Unlimited team they're trying to form. But like we've already shown that we can have more than one, so why are we having to get rid of Hal? That's what I don't understand.
I don't think we're necessarily getting rid of him, but we'll see, because it could be like what happens kind of in the comics where like Hal's more in deep space and John stays, more on Earth, and there's always like an ever rotating also of lanterns on Earth, depending.
Yeah.
So I could see them doing something like that, is like that actor goes. But I mean, to me, honest with you, that was always, I feel like, the plan when they announced that there was going to be a Hal and a John. But we'll see. I don't know if he's necessarily going to like die at the end of this, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. I've heard stuff. We'll see if it's true or not.
Yeah, I've heard stuff as well, but like a lot of the like leaks that we've heard as far as DC go have been pretty unfounded, so that I'm very like, we'll see.
Yeah. What do y'all think as far, like, I know a bigger point was, there's no green in the first trailer. There's no green, blah, blah, blah. Second trailer we got It had more green in it, and then this one had, I feel like, a decent amount of green in it. What are y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling with the green?
Meaning,
like the constructs, like there was a green tornado, there was green whenever he was flying. He was using like a green pulse to stop a truck at one point in time.
Yeah.
He constructed a bottle opener to like
there was some kind of jet engine. There was a construct that was made like a bird of some sort.
Yeah. John Stewart made a bird.
Yeah.
In one of the last trailer before, or Hal made a dollar bill to put in the jukebox. Like,
yeah, like I like I said kind of earlier, as far as it seems like at least we're getting more, getting a decent amount of action with it. So it's not like it's just two guys going in through life together or something type thing. Like, so yeah, I mean, it would definitely need to have that, and so I'm glad that it's putting it out there more, that hopefully that there's going to be plenty of it and not just wait forever for it.
Grumpy old men as Green Lanterns would actually be pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like if you had an established
well, you
John
just said
Stewart,
you didn't want that though.
Do what?
I said you just said you didn't want that though.
But if we had a grumpy old John Stewart and a grumpy old Hal, but they were like, cool with each other, that would, I would enjoy that, I think. You know what I mean?
I think we're getting like a buddy cop where like he's hard and grizzled, and then eventually they'll come to like each other. But I'm still banking on the twist is going to be that Hal is like some kind of construct, and that's like kind of how John saw Hal, but that's not really how Hal is. Maybe it's copium. I don't know. We'll see. As far as your green question, yeah, I'm fine with it. The only thing I don't like, and they did it with Guy, and I don't know if I mentioned it when we were talking about Superman, but it's supposed to be like a hard light construct. So he usually fires like a beam and then it like makes that stuff. This one more looks like sand. Yeah. Like you especially see it when he makes the bottle opener, and it looks like sand to me, like green sand. And I'm like, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just easier to make in CGI or what. I don't know that I like it either. Like it just kind of looks weird. And on top of that, I don't know why wouldn't he just do like a hand or like a big bottle opener and he just holds it and then he makes it do it. Like I don't know why he has to reach out and grab it. That was aggravating for me as well. But I think that's just me being nitpicky. I honestly think this whole Hal being an ass may lead to either, I wonder if it leads to him being Parallax.
Yeah, that is another theory I think I had originally that I
you did
forgot
say
to
something
mention.
about it. And I especially because we more towards that.
We see there's a shot of John and he's being like attacked by like some aliens, and they take like a gun with some sort of yellow like serum and inject it into John. So I'm like, is that like the Yellow Lantern? Is that like Parallax? I don't know.
Yeah, I could see them doing Parallax with this Hal Jordan. I think that would be kind of cool and something different that we may never ever get to see with that. And then I kind of wonder, like, is that why Supergirl, they ended Supergirl the way they did? Like, because now you could bait her up to be a Red Lantern.
You could.
With the whole revenge and all that other jazz. Like, that's,
A lot of people are excited since they introduced Manhunters that they're going to do Atrocitus.
Oh, yes, absolutely. No, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, y'all want to move on to the next thing?
Yep.
Yeah, works for me.
Clayface coming out October 23rd. We got is this the second trailer for that? I think it is. I think it's the second trailer for it. Yeah.
I think this is the actual trailer and the other one was the teaser.
Yeah. All right. So, Jeremy, what's your whelming for Clayface?
Whelmed because I'm like, okay, it's cool. I don't know. I have no real like understanding of him from before of this, and then just seeing the trailer, I mean, doesn't necessarily get me all excited about it. I mean, I don't know. It's just there for me. So, and I mean, obviously we'll watch it and see how it goes, but and I do think I will say I like that on the like trailer music, it leaned hard into the like spooky, scary theme to it, and being released in October and all that. So I think that was kind of cool. But yeah, as far as just for the movie itself, I don't. Okay, yeah, looks cool.
All right, Richard.
I kind of wrote I was pleasantly whelmed. I think I would be more hyped had like, and this is getting into the greater issue right now with the DCU. If we had already had a Batman movie, like I really think James Gunn should have done a Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman movie first, and then we could have done, you know, Supergirl, Clayface, whatever, Creature Commandos. So I'm excited for this because I love horror movies. I get freaked out by body horror, and my God, are they leaning into the body horror with this?
Yeah.
And so it's given me the willies, which is, I guess, great. I like that they're adapting the kind of like story from the animated series with Clayface. I think that's one of the best stories for him. So I don't know. I'm pleasantly whelmed.
Got you. The first teaser came out, and I was pleasantly whelmed with it. I was like, okay, this looks cool. Like, I think we can get down with this. And then I saw this one, and like, I still think they're tapping into the horror really good, and I'm down with that. I'm gonna say I'm like cautiously whelmed because I totally got freaking Morbius vibes from this trailer. Like this really gave me like a bunch of Morbius vibes, and I was like, ooh, that's not. And I'm not the only one. I was watching something else, and somebody else made that same comment of like, this feels like Morbius. And I was like, oh no, I'm not alone. So
I hope not. In my opinion, this is one of my notes for this was, hey, Sony, this is how you do a villain-centric movie, because he clearly doesn't look like he's going to be the hero of his fucking story. He looks like he's going to be the villain.
Yeah.
And I was like, good. Like, if you're gonna do a villain solo movie, he doesn't need to be this like good standout guy that's really the hero. He's just misunderstood bullshit.
Right.
That Sony was doing. Man, the I gotta talk about this scene. The scene where he's on the plane and he rubs his eyes.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck me. I was like, no, absolutely not.
When he's gonna fucking cut that shit over his
yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm like, no, absolutely not. And then like the scene where he's in the bathtub and he like rubs his face and then it like morphs in. I was just like, bleh, bleh, bleh.
The scissors are the only thing that's really gotten me. Everything else is fine. Like the disfigured hand, like all that other stuff, I'm like, that's fine. I can sit through all that, but the scissors close to the eyes, I'm like, oh, nope, I'm fucking out. I'm out. Nope, can't do it.
I got Phantom of the Opera and like The Invisible Man and, Batman the Animated Series, the origin of that Clayface.
Yeah.
It's very much that, where he's a big to-do actor who falls in with some mob or loan shark type guys. They fuck up his face, and then he's like desperate to get his face back, and he does an experiment, and then he becomes eventually Clayface by the end of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't really, I don't remember seeing that episode. We ought to watch that and do a review of that.
I actually do want to watch. I do want it for one of our episodes. Maybe we don't watch the entire series because there's just a lot of episodes, but maybe we watch like the top 5 or top 10.
Yeah.
When we get some like slow time again.
Well, specifically that one episode, that would be cool. Like right before going into Clayface to kind of like.
Yeah, it would be.
One of my comments was outside of the Morbius thing was, it looks like a horrible pink eye infection. Because it's just all like sticky and closed up, and yeah.
He has made. We don't know what kind of brown stuff he's made of. Maybe he's made of dookie. He's just a big old poop monster.
Big old poop monster.
I mean, honestly, that's scarier than just a clay monster. like a giant heaping shit monster, I'd be like, no, ew, don't touch me.
Fecal man.
Yes, exactly.
Who's this shithead over here? As far as like DC goes, that's really all they did a lot of the Absolute, like doing the titles and whatnot of Absolute, and we could absolutely talk about it, no pun intended, but I know I'm on a roll now. We have not done any kind of Absolute coverage at all, and so I just kind of feel like it would be a lot of it would be over my head, honestly. I've read Batman Absolute, Batman 1 through 14, but that's like it of the Absolute universe, and so I don't know that we have a lot to say about all that.
Yeah, I want to read. I would like to read it for the podcast. I have not read it yet. I want to because it looks really fucking good and it's kind of up my alley. And I like a lot of the redesigns for some of the villains, especially the Batman villains, because they all look like eldritch horrors. So, Wonder Woman, I dig her big ass fucking cloud buster sword, and I don't like the Superman, but I like some of the stuff that they're doing in Superman. Like the recent stuff they've dealt with, like Shazam and Black Adam and stuff like that, and I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
but yeah, they showed a bunch of basically like new stuff and showed some like cheetah stuff for Absolute Wonder Woman, and anyway, so they're leaning in again to like eldritch horror, body horror stuff.
So on to Marvel then. And Marvel was pretty, I'm going to say skimp, just because like they didn't have a whole lot to necessarily offer. They really stuck to the Doomsday thing, which I kind of understand and I get. It seemed like it was about a 30-minute panel that they had up there. Probably over that because we didn't really actually get to see the trailers they dropped, and they dropped a couple.
I think Eric Voss, who was physically there, said it was like a 45-minute panel.
Yeah.
In Hall H, which is like one of the shortest that they've ever done.
Because I think they had an hour reserved, is what I heard before in time. But I was going off the YouTube clip that I sent y'all. But the first thing that they really rattled off was Vision Quest. We're getting Vision Quest TV show. That was one that's been like back and forth. Are we getting it? Are we not? Was it canned? Blah, blah, blah. And they confirmed we're getting Vision Quest come October. So we're going to have Spider-Man Brand New Day. And then in October, we're going to have the Vision Quest TV show. And then we're going to go into Doomsday, which kind of just seems weird and odd. Feige mentioned that this is basically like the third sequel in the whole WandaVision set. You had WandaVision, and you had Agatha Harkness, and then you've got Vision Quest. So that's coming out in October. That's all they didn't confirm any cast members, although there's been a lot that's been rumored. But that they confirmed Vision Quest October. They didn't even set a date.
Yeah.
Which I guess they're saving that for D23 because that's when they usually talk about cartoons and TV shows.
I think a lot of the reason why things were so scarce at Hall H was because D23 is like 2 or 3 weeks away or something like that. So they're saving for the big reveals there, which I think we're going to get. Anyway, that's all another thing. I think we're going to get X-Men revealed there. But
oh, yeah, because he did say something about, like, how's everybody enjoying X-Men 97? We're halfway through the season. It's going to get even better, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Which we already know we're going to get a season 3. Like, that was confirmed with season 2 when it all went down.
Yep.
So
what would they be revealing about X-Men then?
I think they're going to reveal who the actors, because like it's heavily rumored that Sadie Sink is going to be Jean Grey, and
in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah, and by that time that movie will have been out,
right? And
then they can reveal that she is Jean Grey. Here's your new Cyclops. Here's your new Beast. Here's your new whatever Iceman. I'm going for the OG team. Here's your Angel. Here's your Jean Grey. I'm missing one more. Professor X, all that stuff. There's rumors going around right now of Adam Driver maybe being cast for Magneto. So
I heard him. I heard the Magneto. Then I heard Mr. Sinister, and I was like, "Fuck, I like that a lot better."
Yeah, I like Dadgummit, I can't think of his name now. It's the guy who played Ronan in
Oh,
Guardians. I saw a fan made from one of his shows that he does on Apple TV, and them splicing him in that role on that show with the Magneto from X-Men 97, and it perfectly, it's like the same energy, same character, and I'm like, ooh, I like this casting.
nice.
I'm like, I kind of want that. And since he was like a blue one-off villain, like, yeah, bring him back, make him Magneto.
Yeah,
Lee
yeah.
Pace, I think that's his name. Lee Pace. I think it came to me.
I've heard rumors of, and I'm curious to hear the reaction to this. I've heard rumors of Dwayne Johnson being Apocalypse.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 I doubt that, just considering how bad Moana bombed. I think the Rock's goodwill has worn out on moviegoers.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people like The Rock anymore. They're kind of tired of him.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the idea of him being Apocalypse. I don't know.
Dog.
I kind of do. I kind of do.
Ew. It's just gonna give the people's eyebrow the entire time.
That's funny. But then I've heard the latest I've heard as far as driver was William Stryker. And I was like, why would we fucking waste him on that?
I mean, I don't think that's wasting him, depending on what they do. If they do the God Loves Man Kills storyline with Stryker, then I think that would be a great one-off.
Oh, that would be
like role for him.
Yeah. But that's like the William Stryker story though.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, if you're gonna do William Stryker, you do that one. Like,
yeah, but we've had like 2 or 3 now.
Yeah.
So, and they've all been tied to Wolverine. I don't know. When I heard Mr. Sinister and like they've been teasing it for years, and then like X-Men 97's got the Sinister hype going on, and I'm like, I want him now. Like now that I've seen it, now that I've like heard about it and I've thought about it, I'm like, I want him as Sinister. Like that's what I want.
I do like him as Sinister over Magneto more.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah. Even the fan pics that I was seeing, I was like, oh, Miles.
Yeah.
Yes. Regardless, Feige then ventured on to talk about Endgame. We're going to get an encore special of this come September 25th. I guess that's when tickets are going to be sold for that. And they showed a new trailer. Why the fuck would we sit there and spend the time? Is the movie just not being out on Disney Plus not trailer enough to be like, hey, go watch this shit on the cinema?
Yeah. I legitimately will not go see it. I do not care. Especially because they're like, oh, it's going to have some new footage that pertains to Doomsday, and there's going to be a new post-credit stinger, which I guarantee you is just going to be the shot of Loki showing up to Cap in his universe.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's what it is.
Yeah, you're probably right. Or they're going to retcon the whole, like, clanging, and we're going to wind up seeing, like, Doom. Or we're going to see Tony making a Doom mask.
That's so stupid. That's so stupid.
I may go just to take my son. If I was to go, it would be to take my kids, especially my son, because he's showing like an interest in all this now and stuff like that. So I would take him to go see it like in the big screen or whatever, just so he could have that experience. But for me personally, like, no, I care nothing about necessarily going and seeing this again in the big screen.
Yeah. I mean, like, all the hype is over as far as that, and like The Rock, they've pissed away their goodwill, in my opinion, over these last couple of years.
Oh, that's funny. What about you, Jeremy?
I probably won't.
If we're not talking about it, I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, because neither one of my kids are really into it that much either. Anyways, so I just don't necessarily have a reason to go.
Yeah, I got you. And let's be real, it's expensive as fuck too. Like that's like,
so, yeah, you ain't wrong.
One that I am super interested though to see how they do it and what character they're going to use. They announced Ghost Rider 2028 with Ryan Gosling as the Ghost Rider and Sean Levy as the director. This is the same director that did Wolverine and Deadpool Wolverine, and is also doing the Ryan Gosling Star Wars movie of
Starfighter.
Yes, thank you, Starfighter. But I want to know, like, are we doing Johnny Blaze or are we doing Danny Ketch? That's what I need to know. Like, what? Like, I guess it doesn't necessarily matter, but I want to know which Ghost Rider we're doing here.
So is Ryan Gosling, has he been like a fan cast for a while or anything? Or
there have been rumors long time ago that he is a big fan of Ghost Rider and Nova, Richard Rider. He likes the Riders for some reason. He likes Richard Rider and Ghost Rider. And why? I really want to talk to some Ghost Rider fans. I don't understand why anyone likes Ghost Rider, because as far as Ghost Rider goes, he's like, I like Sal from Comic Pop Steak. He's a cool tattoo. Every one of his stories sucks, though. Like, it's just boring. It should be cool as hell, like supernatural demons, all this stuff, but it's always dumb and boring. So that being said, I'm very interested by this because supposedly on stage, Sean Levy said while they were making Starfighter, Gosling was chatting up with him about how like he had an idea for like a Ghost Rider movie. Sean Levy liked it so much that I guess maybe they went to Feige and pitched it, and that's how this has come to be.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
That all being said too, we need to put Mahershala Ali on Suicide Watch because how the I think it's been like a decade now and we still haven't gotten a Blade movie, and now they're announcing a fucking Ghost Rider movie.
Well, I think I said something to y'all at one point in time. I'd heard that Ghost Rider would actually bring in the Midnight Suns along with Blade, and that's how we were going to get our first look and all that jazz. And I'm like, wow, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. How can you? To me, that just doesn't that doesn't match up either. I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like Blade has a better chance than Ghost Rider does to be successful.
Yeah, maybe. John Wick or the recent Punisher, One Last Kill, like there's your Blade story. Like whatever, Blade killed a whole bunch of vampires and this vampires put a hit out on Blade and he's got to fight like a city's worth of vampires. And like, there's your fucking Blade. Like the first movie should just be Blade kills a shitload of vampires and you have a couple of flashbacks to his harrowing origin.
Yeah.
And then 2, you can flush out more of who the character is and all that other stuff. Like it's not fucking hard. I don't understand why this is like, how do we do Blade? It's like, what are we doing here? But I do want to see like that being said, we have not explored. We should have done that with Doctor Strange. We have not explored Marvel's supernatural side. I think we should. I think it should lead to like, let's not do, multiple Midnight Suns movies, but like it culminates into a final Midnight Suns movie where they fight Dracula or something. And it's like, it's Man-Thing, it's Elsa Bloodstone, it's Werewolf by Night, it's Moon Knight, it's Blade, it's Johnny Blaze, or whatever version that they're doing for Ghost Rider. And they all team up to go fight Dracula.
Yep. Dracula or, oh shit, what's her name? She's like the mother of demons.
Oh, Lilith?
Yeah, Lilith, which is also, depending on which Lilith you're talking about, Lilith can either be the mother of demons or Lilith can be the daughter of Dracula. So I would like it more of like a mother of demons kind of thing, and then that lead up to like Dracula's still the big head. But that would be cool.
Yeah.
So
I'm intrigued by this, but I'm also like, I don't like Ghost Rider. Everything I've read of Ghost Rider, and every time Ghost Rider has appeared into a book, it's like, okay. And then Ghost Rider showed up and did fuck all and then drove away.
Ghost Rider is a cool idea to me, but I couldn't tell you a story that I've read where I'm like, yeah, he's a badass in this. Like,
yeah,
I So if anybody knows one, please, for the love of everything, write it in the comments or something on one of our posts and give us a recommendation.
Yeah.
Love to read something that was awesome, Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Change my mind.
Change my mind. Yes. Since we're talking about the SDC and we're talking about witches and all the other kind of jazz, we need to talk about something they were showing at SDC. And that is they had their Doomsday thing set up, and they would bring out these Latvian witches costumes. They started out with a green one, then they moved on to like a brown, tan, golden,
orange, yellow, something like that.
Yeah, the lights were fucking with it bad. I saw some people report that it was brown. Looking at the pictures, though, it almost has like an orange tint to it. I don't know, kind of gold. It's hard to tell. And then they brought out a purple one. So lots of rumors of like Doom having a coven and who could be part of that and how that relates to Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars that we've been doing the Time Runs Out and reading that as well. I don't know, y'all. I'm thinking that's where we're gonna find Doctor Strange. I'm thinking that's where we're gonna now these witches. They were definitely female mannequins.
Yeah, I was about to say they all have a female build.
Right.
I don't think Strange is going to be one of them, but I could be wrong.
Because there's also these like rumors of golden mask individuals.
Well, yeah, the purple one had a golden mask.
The purple one did?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's going to be Clea.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. The purple one's Clea. Here's what the internet and myself kind of have come to the conclusion.
Okay.
The green one is either Sylvie, Laufey daughter.
That's what I was going for.
We're all using the Power Ranger method that if they wear the color that represents the witch's color, then they clearly are that person.
Yeah.
So Sylvie wears green.
Yeah.
She may be the green one. Orange is the ancient one because she wears orange.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. And then Clea is the purple because she wears purple.
Wow. Okay.
And all three are magic users.
Yeah.
So that would make sense.
Yeah. Because I was going to say that there's possible that Agatha could be purple as well, but she's dead.
Yeah. I really thought that's what it was. I thought green, was Sylvie. I thought purple was going to be Agatha. I thought we were going to get a red one, and that was going to be Scarlet, Witch, Wanda, and then the yellow one could be Ancient One. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But then it was just three. I was like, oh.
Yeah. But I also wonder, like, if those are going to be the lower, like, if that's going to be like the coven, and then like there's going to be like his high art, like, because the rumor of the golden mask, and it's probably especially why we haven't seen any of it, is that the one that would be Strange, that's like codenamed Boris or whatever, is got a third eye on the golden mask, and so that's why everybody's like, that's Strange, like it's got to be.
It has to be Strange if that's the case.
Yeah. So
I'm annoyed about this if it is Clea, because like we saw 5 seconds of Clea at the end of the second Doctor Strange movie.
Right.
So like the fact that she's getting like a whole like role in this feels like why? Like I don't know.
'Cause they need witches, Richard.
Well, they had some,
and they
killed them off.
Except for one.
Which one?
You
talk. Yeah, you're right. I know. I can't remember her name now. Yes.
Cleo.
Cleo. I can't remember, but yeah, I know which one.
It was the black lady. She made it out.
I forget what type of witch. Was she a white or not white witch? Was she a? She wasn't a red witch because they had color.
Oh yeah.
What was she? She a pink witch? I forget what she was. Anyway,
she did all the like. She had the shop, and she had her stuff taken away, and she was really good friends with Agatha.
Yeah.
So, anyways, outside of all that, and into actual Doomsday now, because we got we basically got like confirmation of the chairs that they showed us, which I was like, okay, cool. What did they have? They had Simu Liu up there, so they had Shang-Chi, they had Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, they had Anthony Mackie, Captain America, Red Guardian, Ghost, Sentry, and then they had like several of the X-Men, James Marsden, Cyclops, Beast,
Mystique. No Magneto, no Professor
X. No Gambit.
No Gambit. No Thor. No Yelena.
No Nightcrawler.
No Nightcrawler. They did have Namor. They had
was Namor
Winston.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, he was wearing like a blue. He was wearing like a fancy. They all get dressed up.
Oh,
He's
that
wearing
makes
like a
sense.
big,
I thought that
blue.
was Falcon.
No.
Okay.
They had Namor. They had Winston Duke.
Yeah. That's a big bastard too. Good Lord.
Yeah. Winston Duke's fucking huge. Yeah. I love Winston Duke.
What is he? Who's he playing?
M'Baku.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. They had Shuri, Letitia Wright. I'm trying to remember who else. Oh, Haley Atwell.
That's right. Chris Evans was up there, Pedro Pascal, and then they brought out Robert Downey Jr. So, and Ramadan, he just hams it up. I like him. Like, don't get me wrong, like, huge Iron Man fan and all, but like when he gets on stage, he just hams it up, and I think it's funny.
Yeah, he's very charismatic.
Yeah,
that's why he was great as Iron Man.
Yeah. But I think the best part of the whole Doomsday thing, which they had a trailer that dropped there that had some of the same footage, but like extensions of what was there, and also like gave us a little bit more of Doom.
Yeah, like real quick, I know you're getting into that, but like the trailer showed apparently a more relationship between the Fantastic Four and Doom, and I'm like, why the fuck would you like squirrel that away for only Comic-Con viewers and not put that in your the trailer that you released to the public? And I'm just like, that annoys the absolute shit out of me because I've seen that trailer and there's some cool scenes that I would have loved to actually see that isn't like potato quality.
Yeah.
And like that brings me into another rant. Like, cameras on phones are so fucking good. Why is it that every fucking leaked video looks like ass now? Like, it literally looks like you've smeared the camera lens with like shit.
Somebody on Reddit was like, do they have like a scrambler in Hall H now where like it's just like potato mode whenever you go in there?
Anyway, I stepped all over what you were about to say, so I'm sorry. I just had to rant about that.
You're good. Because it was interesting. I mean, it's worth watching the potato just to hear like what's being said. And it starts off a lot with like Sue Richards saying, Victor was a good guy. He was great. He was kind. He's really smart. All these good qualities, and that he lost everything, which kind of conflicts with a lot of the rumors that are being said with him having like traveled the multiverse and found a family just to have lost it in incursion. Because it's like, how would Sue know that? And like, it just doesn't match up time wise in my thoughts anyways. But like, that's the biggest thing for me as far as like what's being said in the trailer. And then you get towards the end of it, you get a scene where Doom is raising up Sentinels, which is part of that whole like leak Russian scene that was going around the interwebs there for a bit. It's fucking cool as all get out. Like, it just really is. We did get a trailer Monday, so let's talk about that. What's y'all's hype meter? What's y'all's well meter on that? Richard or Jeremy, what do you think as far as Doomsday?
I'm kind of the same. Like, I'm whelmed to pleasantly whelmed. Just, it seems like, I mean, and just the things that we've talked about and the things that we've read, like, it doesn't seem like it's following much, or like, and it just feels forced because of, the Marvel's not necessarily in the best places right now.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like we've talked about before, they had tried to throw all these quick like new people for Avengers like to be in there, and all these just trying to just shove them out the door of different series and different characters and stuff like that, and so then they could just go do another Avengers movie because they made so much on the original ones, but like they didn't actually take the time and effort to really get people connected to this. So I don't, they're wanting it to be this big thing, and I don't think it's going to be. I just don't feel like it. I mean, I'm sure people will go see it just because it's an Avengers movie, but I just don't think they're going to get what they're wanting or needing out of it.
Are you calling a flop? Is that what you're calling?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, because it's a bunch of characters that we don't care about. I mean, like, it's just, and then don't get me wrong, like I'm sure we could, and there were several ones that could potentially build onto that and actually get us attached to them.
Oh yeah,
and that's what they needed to do after. I mean, they had a great send off with Tony Stark and all that stuff, and they had a good ending to that era. And then they're like, oh crap, all these people are going to be all upset because we don't have these people anymore. They're all gone. So we got to keep them around somehow, and we got to just throw them all back in there, and we're going to do this. And it's just, it doesn't make sense. Like, you need to, if you closed that chapter, you need to leave it closed. Like, let them be, let them be off in the distance now, and be able to start building up the next generation.
Yeah.
Apparently, Chris Evans said that Marvel came to him multiple times to do a like Nomad movie where it was like him traveling the multiverse, and I'm kind of glad they didn't do that. Like, I'm so glad Chris Evans was like, nah, I'm good. And because I like the whole joke with the comics about how like death isn't permanent except for, and it used to be Uncle Ben, Gwen Stacy, and Bucky Barnes, and all that has been just completely undone now. So it's like, stop doing that with your movies, because like the movies need to, like, death needs to have a purpose, because these actors can't reprise the roles for like 50 years unless you want to do like a James Bond type thing where there's going to be a new actor reprising that role, but it's the same character.
Yeah.
And but anyway, my whelming for the trailer is I am underwhelmed. I think I would have been more hyped had we built something up. I do like that being said, this is the best portrayal of Doom that we've ever gotten, and that's saying a lot because we've gotten a lot of Dooms.
Yeah.
I think this is the best looking Doom and probably the best sounding Doom. But this trailer is a lot of like, you should be afraid of this guy because you, the audience member, like not you, Richard, but you, like Richard's mom, doesn't know a thing about Doom, should know that he's the baddest person ever and he's a danger and a threat. And it was just like, okay, whatever. And then they add the Chris Evans reveal, and it just reeks of desperation.
Yeah.
I don't like the Chris Evans reveal at the end is like, you had a whole damn teaser here back in December that featured Chris Evans. So, but that's what it was all about. It was all about Chris Evans. So
yeah,
I'm not sure why I'm supposed to get hyped about that, but okay, here we go.
Yeah. I guess it's for the people, because that is probably going to get shown in theaters, like that trailer, and that's to get more people hyped. Whereas the other one was just like for the internet and the hyper fans like us.
No, it was those teasers were shown in front of Avatar, the last Avatar movie. They did like one every week. They had Chris Evans, and then they had a Thor, and then they had
X-Men. X-Men.
Oh yeah, they had the X-Men one, and then they finished with the fucking Fantastic Four and Black Panther, and it was like, oh, that's a weak one right after the X-Men.
Yeah. I was like, you should lead with that one, the Fantastic Four one.
Right. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I'm pleasantly whelmed. Like, I'm pretty excited about the movie, in all honesty. maybe it is because I know about Doom. Maybe it is because like I know some of the other like stuff or whatever. I'm excited to see like the X-Men come, and there'd be like Avengers versus X-Men, kind of. I totally hear though what both of y'all are saying, and I get it. Marvel had all the opportunity and all the time in the world to sit there and reload instead of rebuild, and they squandered it. Like just straight up squandered it. We should have been loving these B tier Avengers well before Tony Stark died or Chris Evans left, Endgame, all that jazz. Like we should have been like, oh yes, like I'm this guy's fan. I'm that, like I'm cool with Sam Wilson taking over as Captain America. You know, I'd love to see him as Captain. I still do want to see him as Captain America. I just want to see him as a good Captain America. Like not a self-doubting Captain America. That defeats the purpose.
Yeah. Well, I think they should have, if anything, they should have just done like movies introducing like the same bog standard that they've been doing.
Yeah.
Like where movies introduce the characters and then we lead up to an Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And like it's been how many years and we're just now getting an Avengers movie, and it's the like culmination of this quote unquote saga.
Right.
And it's like it's the multiverse saga, but there's been 3 movies that deal with, actually 2 movies and a Disney Plus show that deals with the multiverse.
Yeah.
And one of them is technically a Sony movie.
Yeah. Well, and this, like, okay, Spider-Man's not in this that we know of.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange isn't in this
that we know of.
And
but we do kind of know.
It's like those are the heavy hitters. Your Doctor Strange, your Spider, like these are all your heavy hitters, and like none of them are to be found.
Yeah.
So, and like Thunderbolts, I really like that team, but at the same time, they didn't do shit in the box office.
Yeah.
So that's kind of okay.
Not just box office, but power level. Like I've been seeing so many funny bits. I think I sent y'all with like Thor, like the bit is Thor shows up to see the new Avengers and he's like, "What's your power? Oh, you can shoot and punch? Oh. And what's your power? Oh, you're just like a Captain America. Oh, okay.
But you don't have super power.
Oh, what's your power? Oh, you're like another Captain America? Oh, okay. And what's your oh Sam, hey, what's going on, man? Oh, you're the new Cap. Oh, did you take the serum? No, you didn't take the serum. So you're just like a man in a spangly bird suit? Like against Dr. Doom, who 2 fingers stops Thor. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised Jeremy hasn't mentioned it. Where the fuck is Captain Marvel in this? Like,
well, I mean, yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm like, yeah. That would, I mean, because then there'd just be no fight.
Oh, jeez.
I'm so sorry, Jeremy. But Doom would absolutely mollywop the shit out of Captain Marvel.
I think that's what I'm missing from my Doom.
Yeah.
Is like you get this 2-finger stop, which is kind of what y'all are saying of like you should be threatened by Doom. He's super powerful. He's OP. Blah 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 blah. And like, yes, he is, but like. Doom is so much more than that, though. Like, the fucker can throw hands. He's super intelligent. Like, he's all the things.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what I want to see. Like, I want to see the strategist. I want to see him throw hands. I want to see him more than just, like, throwing up 2 fingers and stopping Stormbreaker.
Yeah. Well, I think personally that's why Doom should have been revealed more in a Fantastic Four movie before we got this Doom.
Well, and like, my thing is like, so I only know that he's all these things just because of the things that we've talked about and read, watched, whatever. And I still don't really know the full extent of him because there's obviously plenty more to be able to learn about him.
Yeah.
But so like, just taking away that little bit, to me, going to this movie, I'm still, as in the way I would think of it, as a regular moviegoer, is I'm still viewing him as not as powerful as Thanos. Like they've spent so much time, they've spent several movies building him up, and this huge villain to defeat, and we're just dropping Doom in here with nothing else except for just a Fantastic Four blip type thing, just him in their living room, and that's really about it. So it's like it's to me it'd almost be like, oh well, here's just the next villain of the day type thing.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, that is what comics are, just the villain of the week. But like, I think that was the point of the whole him stopping the axe with two fingers, because that axe was the axe that literally Thanos shot like a blast from the Infinity Gauntlet, and it still managed to overpower it and bury into his chest. And, there's the whole you should have gone for the head thing. And then in the later version, he cuts his head off, and this Doom stops it with two fingers. But
nobody's going to remember that, really, or care about that.
You won't remember that. Plenty of people will remember that.
Oh, I know, but not like, but not the like people that are going, like newer people that are going to this movie. I mean that the Avengers, that was like so like forever ago.
Yeah,
I mean like it. So I mean I guarantee you that did not have the effect that they wanted it to, because nobody. I mean,
well, no, clearly it didn't, because like me, one of the biggest Marvel fanboys is like, okay, whatever, like let's do this. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that's their intent, is all I'm saying, Jeremy, and that they should have done, like, Doom should have been maybe the first villain for a Fantastic Four movie, and then you get Galactus and you deal with that. And there should have been this build up. And I know, like, Feige himself have even said that, like, well, there was no real build up with Thanos. Like, he sat in a chair most of the time. He shit talked Ronan, and then he grabbed the gauntlet, said, fine, I'll do it myself. And then he was in his own movie. But like, we didn't even get that with Doom.
Yeah.
So you can't even say that. Like,
there was at least like mention of him and discussion of him in other movies to let you know that he's out there, like, kind of coordinating this stuff and getting planned for it.
And he was feared when talked about in those movies as well. Like Ronan, your bad guy, was answering to Thanos. Loki, your bad guy, was answering to Thanos. And it was like, oh, fuck. Like, who is this Thanos guy?
Yeah. And I also hate, like, I'm not going to get into the leaks, but the whole, like, there's a supposedly rumor with Doom and his beef with a certain character that isn't Reed Richards. If that's true, that's going to fucking annoy the absolute fuck out of me, because we're at that point, we're just getting, Civil War 2, Electric Boogaloo, and I'm just like, fuck off with that, fuck off. I want to see Doom, and I like, we did the Fantastic Four bracket. We've had so many Fantastic Fours, and they can't get Doom right. And then we finally get the MCU to do Doom, and he looks fantastic. He sounds fantastic, but then they fuck up his backstory. And I'm immediately like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? Like, why? Like, you made this just like exquisite looking cake, but it's all filled with shit.
Yeah. And I think, to go along with Jeremy's point as well, of like, is Doom more powerful than Thanos? That was even a question that was asked at this thing. Is Doom more powerful than Thanos? And like, the crowd is sitting there saying yes, but that's a San Diego Comic-Con nerd crowd. Like yes,
exactly.
Everybody in that crowd knows for a fact that Doom is more powerful.
Yeah, that's the wrong, like, to get the numbers that they need. That's no offense, that's the wrong crowd to go after. Like, because you cannot base trying to get the money that they like, the success and the money that they need from this movie just based off of people that read comic books. I mean, obviously that's a big part of it, and people that read the comic books can go and tell people to go watch these movies, go get invested in them and things like that. I mean, it's just like with any kind of other book or whatever. Like, you depend on the people that know this stuff, but at the same time, to your point too, Richard, you can't screw over the people that like that book and then tell them say, look, we're giving you this, but then you actually really don't. You give them some messed up version of it, and then the people that knew about it are going to be like, well, I mean, yeah, we'll go see it, but it's not going to be my most favorite, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very irritated by how they've handled all of this. I really am, especially because Secret Wars has been one of my favorite event books in the past couple of decades that Marvel has put out, and I'm just not hyped at all for Secret Wars or Doomsday. Like, I'm excited to see Robert Downey Jr. do the role. I like his accent. He sounds like Werner Herzog. My wife doesn't like him. She doesn't like his accent.
Mhm.
She thinks he sounds like Nandor the Relentless from What We Do in the Shadows. So anyway, I want to be hyped. I really do, but they have just pissed away so much goodwill.
Yeah.
I've kind of been saying that. They've
Yeah.
pulled a Dwayne the Rock Johnson here.
Poor Rock.
Don't he's
so
like a
many
millionaire.
shots at this.
He's fine.
He's fine.
He will sleep fine at night.
No, he's gonna sit there and he's just gonna lay in bed with his eyes open and goes, fuck, if I could just reach Richard. If I could just...
No, trust me. He doesn't even know who I am.
So was there, and I don't know if this might change subject, but was there any real point of Deadpool being there?
That's a good segue, because I actually wanted to talk about that. That's probably my favorite part of the entire Doomsday reveal and interview thing, was Ryan Reynolds showing up in the gray and black Deadpool suits. You could think of it two ways, in my opinion. You could think of it as Ryan Reynolds has that suit. He smuggled it off the set of Deadpool 2. And that's just his, he just goes to fuck around and does that with that suit because we've seen him in commercials with that suit as well. Or you could think of it.
I'm going to correct you. I'm sorry. I'm going to correct you on one thing. He had that suit made for Comic-Con. That suit's made of denim.
Okay.
Because the suit is... So in Canada, if you wear all denim, it's known as a Canadian tuxedo. And he made a joke about how this is my Canadian tuxedo. He even had a little Canadian flag on, right here on his chest.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And some people, Eric Voss is one of them, are really reading into it because they're like, he's wearing jeans and they're gray. Is it a nod to Jean Grey? And I'm like, no, he said the joke is a Canadian tuxedo. He's wearing all denim.
That's hilarious. My read into it was comic book related as well, though.
Yeah.
But it's also to a lot of rumors that's going on. I really thought that he I thought that I didn't realize it was a denim. That's pretty cool. That's cool info to know.
It's hard to see it, and the only reason I know is because if you go on, I follow Ryan Reynolds on Instagram. He recently showed a short where he's getting suited up in the costume, and he was talking a little bit about it. And he had it made.
But in the comic books, he does join an Uncanny X-Force team that is comprised of Psylocke and Archangel and Wolverine, and I want to say Phantom X, and there's a couple other characters, and himself. And their costumes are a lot of gray and black. And there's a big rumor that he's wanting to do an X-Force movie. And so I felt like that was more of a nod of the rumors out there that he wants to do it. He's already talked about the team that he wants on there, talked about how Hugh Jackman would be coming back as Wolverine, and that's how they bring him into the fold and do an X-Force movie. And so that would be his costume for said movie. So it's almost like they're saying, hey, we're thinking about it, or we're contemplating it or whatever, but we're not announcing it. But you've got Ryan Reynolds doing what Ryan Reynolds does, and of course Feige's down with it as well, so... Or they wouldn't have done the skit.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. I want to see an X-Force. I want to see more Deadpool. I like Deadpool. I like Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. Yeah. I'm not really a big fan of him in the comics, but I like the vibe, too, that they're doing for the bit where, the Avengers were all kind of annoyed that he was there. I loved his, asking Paul Rudd, he's like, "Why was Thor holding me, and why was he crying?" And Paul Rudd made a joke about his soccer team, Wrexham or whatever, losing. I thought that was funny. So I like the vibe of, because that's very Deadpool, where Deadpool's like, "Can I be an Avenger?" And the Avenger's like, "No, fuck off."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and also we know that the rumor is that we'll see Deadpool in Doomsday.
Yeah.
So,
like,
but
right off rip.
Yeah. Like, first of the movie, and it's a lot of people have talked about this scene.
Yeah.
But that's like all that we'll really see of him. But also like his possible influence that he may have in Secret Wars as well. So
sure. Yeah. Cool.
Sure. Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm so underwhelmed by all this.
Yeah.
It's like, cool. Yeah. Because like at the end of the day, it's also supposedly resetting the Marvel universe. So like, we're not getting the Secret Wars that, I know this is also my own fault, but like, we're not getting the Secret Wars that I kind of envisioned in my own head.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hoping we would get something that like at least surprised me and would make me hyped. And I'm just not hyped about any. Like I've said this to y'all off podcast, but they could literally be like, and Doom gets like crazy screaming goat powers, and he fucking screams at Reed and kills him. And like, I'd be like, sure, yeah, cool, sounds good, sounds about right at this point.
All right, well, I'm gonna move on to one more Avenger. Unless y'all got something else to say about Doomsday.
No, I'm good.
Black Panther 3. There was some kind of teaser, some kind of something that was displayed there. I couldn't find a video on it.
Yeah, same.
And the video that we watched, cut out all those trailers and whatnot to keep from getting copyright struck. But we're going Ryan Coogler at helm again as director. This is coming out December 15th of 2028. So we actually have like a full-fledged date for this movie. And now that I'm saying that, it's kind of funny. We didn't get a timeline at all. Like this Hall H,
no.
Feige was like, "Fuck the timeline. We're not doing that shit this year." that bit us in the ass. We're not.
Did y'all see the Spaceballs?
Yes.
That shit was funny, making fun of their like extended universe, and they called it like ass, and then they're like, it's part of a bigger extended universe called Asshole.
Yeah. They're like, we got enough shit for till 2148.
Yeah. That shit was fucking hilarious to me.
It was, yeah. But they announced that Toussaint is going to be an adult, and he's going to be our new Black Panther, and that's going to be played by David Johnson. He was in, I can't remember the first movie that Coogler was saying, but Alien Romulus was one that was familiar to me.
The Long Walk.
Thank you. Yes, The Long Walk. So it looks like we're getting a new T'Challa, which I hope they took this time to find the right person.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that's one of the bigger things of like, we don't want to go ahead and recast because we don't want to get rushed, and we want to find the right person. If it came out that was really the big thing of like, we're doing the Son because we really just don't want to rush a recast at all. You know what? Respect. I got you. I feel you on that. Because like, Chadwick Boseman, that's going to be a hard one to sit there and like come after.
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Long Walk, but I've seen Alien Romulus. I loved Alien Romulus. I had obviously some issues with like anyway, I'm doing a review on that movie, but my takeaway was him in that movie. He plays a synthetic, like an android.
Okay.
And he's fucking awesome in that movie. Like, and so I was like, ooh, and I hadn't really looked at him until, like, in other words, like, take a good look at him, but he has similar features of both Chadwick Boseman and his mom. I can't remember the actress who plays, or the character's name now off the top of my head. Nakia, that's it. Yeah. The actress that plays Nakia, he kind of looks like those two characters. So I was like, okay, this is not only like a very, in my opinion, a very good actor, but also he kind of looks like the two. So I was like,
cool.
I think this was a good job of casting, in my opinion.
My opinion on him?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen those other movies that he's in really, so I don't know. I mean, and without seeing any kind of, you know, anything else like with him, like as far as any kind of trailer or anything like that, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that they're doing it. I think, unfortunately, like this version, like the MCU version of T'Challa got cut short, and so that there's obviously more that could be done there. So I'm I'm excited to see it. I've always enjoyed all the Black Panther movies, so I'm excited that they're picking that back up and continuing it.
Yeah. I hope he goes by T'Challa. I hope this whole T'Son thing, that's like a...
I mean, they introduced him as T'Challa, and like Ryan Coogler said that.
Yeah. Yeah, he never said T'Son, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they stick with that. I hope it's... And I assume it's going to be like one of those where it's... he's got to prove himself, because Wakanda's like so different. Well, not so different, but the hierarchy. Like, you got M'Baku, who's you know, the king now of Wakanda. You got Shuri, who's like in and out as Black Panther kind of thing, and you know the queen's not there anymore. Former queen, she's not there anymore. She's dead. So it's like that lineage is kind of stopped right now. It seems like at Shuri.
Yeah. I also think he's maybe gonna grow up on Battle World, so maybe that's a whole thing about like you didn't even grow up in Wakanda, so like you're basically an outsider. That's probably what they're gonna do, kind of like how Killmonger was an outsider trying to take over Wakanda. They may do that with this T'Challa, like not making him the villain, but like that's how Wakanda sees him, is like another outsider trying to take over.
But they all got behind Killmonger pretty quick. Like it didn't take them long to be like, you know what, this guy here knows what he's talking about.
They were hesitant, but their whole like trial by combat to like do the whole like who's going to be the next ruler is kind of broken in my opinion.
They kind of walked away from that fight and were like, fuck it. All right, let's follow him.
Yeah, I guess we got to do what he says, guys. It's the rules. Rules are rules.
Rules are rules. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I was just really glad. I'm glad that we're getting T'Challa back. I'm glad we're getting, you know, him as Black Panther. I think that's awesome. Letitia Wright's, I mean, I like her as an actress. I like her Shuri. I don't like her as Black Panther. I just don't. Like, I really like her as the wisecracking man behind the chair. Like that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just liked her as that. The first Black Panther, I thought she was great. Like as that person. And you brought me another white boy to work on. Like that's just funny to me.
Yeah, I don't like, it's whatever with that movie. I've said what I said. Like that movie is, I don't really like that movie just because it's so fucking sad and depressing to watch. And I also don't like Namor. You know my stance on Namor. I don't really fucking like Namor at all. He's fine. He's fine. Actually, no, I don't even care. Fuck Namor. Fuck his little fucking feet wings and his weird fucking elf ears. Like, I don't like Namor.
Now that actor's just laying in bed with his eyes open. If I could just reach Richard.
Him and Rock are laying next to each other. Just only we could get to him.
They're scheming. Oh, that's funny. All right, well, cool. That's really it as far as like SDCC. Like it's kind of a wrap now. So
I was on Reddit and there was a guy talking about how he's been to every San Diego Comic-Con for like 15 years and how this one was very sparse. Like there was barely any vendors, and because of that, there wasn't a lot for people to do. So everybody was all doing the same thing. So there were super long lines, and then like there was no swag or merch or anything. And then like even the Hall H thing wasn't that big and long. So it was just a very like meh SDCC.
Well, does not sound worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll kick it in gear next year. Be even better. Secret Wars next year. Come on.
Yeah, I have a feeling it all depends on how Doomsday does. If it's a flop, I don't think, I'm like Jeremy, I don't think it's going to do the numbers that they think it's going to do, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong.
I think it'll have like a big opening weekend just because of what it is and the name and everything. But
the curiosity.
But I think after that, it's going to be a lot of people just asking about it after that. And I don't think it'll have the continuation that it needs.
Yeah. Especially now that everything's like Supergirl's already coming out on digital. Like
that's a whole nother thing.
No, I know it's a whole nother can of worms, but like I'm just saying, like movies can come to streaming that quick now. A lot of people are, and when it's like again $50 to like for two people to go see, and it's like over 100 if you've got kids. Like it's one of those like, no, we'll wait till it comes out on streaming.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, I'm having a hard time. Like, I hear what you're saying. The Supergirl reference, though, is just kind of one of those where I'm like, because like I think that has a lot more going on than just the theater prices. So,
no, yeah, I'm saying it was not a great movie.
And, yeah.
But I'm saying the fact that movies can now come, like Supergirl was in theaters 3 weeks ago. Like it was released like 3 weeks ago or something like that. And it is in, I think like 2 weeks, it's going to be on streaming.
Yeah. Like, that's crazy. Well, to rent or whatever and buy digitally.
Regardless, what I'm saying is you can see it at home.
Right.
And like, that's crazy.
Right.
Like that is a crazy turnaround time.
I mean, when it's not making money, you got to do something else. You got to pivot.
No, I know. But I think we're seeing movies do that more and more, not just bad movies.
I got you. Cool. Well, y'all got anything else for SDC?
No, I'm good.
Yep. No, I'm good.
Next week, Spider-Man Brand New Day. So we'll be going and watching that, hopefully, and doing a review of that. Yep. But in the meantime, Jeremy, where can they find you at?
They can find me on Twitch under the handle Night Fury GTO, and you can find me here.
Awesome. Richard?
If you want to contact me directly, I have an X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram, a Blue Skies, and a Threads. My handle is Night Curry, night like day and night, and curry with a K. If you want to contact us directly, we have a Gmail. Our Gmail is comicallycomicspodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to check us out on YouTube, possibly TikTok, we'll see, and Instagram, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics Podcast. And if you want to check us out on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics with an X.
Awesome. You can find me on Instagram, eBay, and Shortbox22_comics. You can also find me on YouTube at 22comics. Thank you all so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed as much as we did making it. With all being said, say goodbye, Jeremy.
Bye, Jeremy.
Goodbye, Jeremy. Goodbye.